what a strange game. You know, I was concerned about the turnaround. I thought my staff did a great job again, getting us prepared. The players were phenomenal as far as the prep for the game, and then we had some playing problems yesterday and didn't shoot and all the things you normally do, so a little adversity, and I thought we handled it pretty well. We came out and played maybe our best half of basketball against a team. You know, everybody talks about them being 1-3, you know. We played that Iowa game 100 times and they win at 99. You know, it just happened. And the other game, they lost 2 games. I think they deserved to win. 3-1 instead of 4-3. You know, I think respect goes to programs. It was Jace Richardson. We're walking off he's a freshman, and we're walking off the court. And he said, hey, this ain't like some other teams. They're going to come back in the second half. This team's tough. And sometime I'm going to call it. I mean, that's player to coaches. That's the best compliment you can give a program. That was a culture program statement. And I think he's right. You know, they're struggling a little bit like we did. You know, Barry's a good player. And like when our shooters weren't shooting, it really affects the whole game. But Martinelli and you know, Barnheiser, I mean, we put a lot into those 2 guys. I mean, they're really good players and really tough kids. And God, as a fan, I'd love to watch it, you know. But we did what we had to do. We didn't play as good the second half. I think they had something to do with it. I think we had something to do with it. But this is a big road win for us right now. I think any road win's a big one, but against a quality team and playing pretty good 3/4 of the game.
I was wondering about the second half, the way that they kind of lengthened the game a little bit by going to the line. Is that something that's kind of a strategy that Chris seemed to employ?
Yeah, they're very good at drawing fouls. I mean, those guys are really strong. I mean, you know, Martinelli is hard to cover, man. I mean, he can beat you with a 3 and he can take it to the hole, and he's got strength, and he's got guard skills. And they did a good job, and we did a poor job. You know? We made a couple fouls that were just boneheaded plays, you know. And we even talked about, you know, let's not foul on our misses, and we did that 3-4 times. We had 3 turnovers the first half. I thought, unbelievable. We had 8 the second and 5 in a row. But I thought for us, you know, it was nice to see Jaden get his 1,000th point, and that's good, even though it wasn't one of his best games. But I thought Jeremy and Jace, I thought were really good. Jace came in and gave us a lot and played real well. Jeremy kind of ran our team and did a very good job on the bench, trying to stay on guys in that part was fun. Our bigs, you know, Jackson, Kohler, you know, 4'4", we aren't getting him enough shots. That falls on the head coach. He can do a better job. And but he has 5 rebounds and 5 assists, career high assists. So we really did some really good things. We just didn't get the ball out of the post enough. And those 3-point shooters when he took 8 threes because the ball didn't come out enough. And we had talked about it, so I'll have to check the film on why.
I'm wondering if Jeremy sort of turned things for you guys early there with that drive and he makes a 3 there. How did you think he was seeing things, especially in that first half, to spark that?
Like I said, I thought Jeremy and Jace were unbelievable to spark this. Jeremy ran the team, he communicated. He's starting to hit Jace now on those curls, and Jace is very effective in that. Can do a lot of things. He can shoot it, he can pass it, and he can get fouled. So I thought those 2 guys in that spurt were really good, but Jeremy was really good on the bench. Timeouts, and that's kind of what you want out of your point guard.
How do you weigh with Jeremy?
He did 47 points in the first half. This is a team that I think you guys was like a 50-47 game a year ago at Breslin. Like, it can be a slog against these guys sometimes. Offensively for you, you've been able to have a lot more of these sort of games. I'm wondering what you're seeing on the road in a situation like this that allows that to happen 47%.
Well, I think my coaches did a good job. We talked about offensive pace in the half court. You know, we got good pace in the full court, although we were terrible in the fast breaks today. Or they were great, one of the 2. But we didn't do a very good job in our fast breaks today. which was almost good because we had to learn how to play some in the half court, and we still shot 50%, 50 from the three. I do think a lot of my teams have been able to play smash mouth or racehorse, going back to the championship teams. And I think that's a good quality to have too, because we put different lineups in there. I was just a little disappointed on how some of the guys, responded to a little more physical nature. That team is one of the most physical teams we played, and I give all the credit to Chris on that.
Tom, Jeremy's free throw struggles at the end there. How do you
Yeah.
weigh that against the rest of his performance? I mean, he did a lot with details. And
I thought it was awful.
Yeah.
And he thought it was awful, so him and I are on the same page. Jeremy is one of my best free throw shooters. He has struggled a little bit the last couple of games, First thing he said to me on the court was, I know, I'll get in and work on him. He was great about it, but, 3 for 7, I mean, he has a big day if he hits his free throws, and he normally does. So, am I worried about it? No. And am I disappointed? Yes. And I think he was too, and the coach and the player are happy together and disappointed together. That's a good thing.
Were you, these last 2 games, does it leave you more pleased with the way your team put up a great first half, or disappointed in the way you closed it?
I guess you haven't known me long enough. No, it doesn't make me feel good. You want to finish strong. Finishing games is a big key, and I did not like the way we finished. But I really was impressed by maybe the first 20-some minutes. I really was, and I don't get impressed easy. I asked the team why. Why did we do that? And they all had a different reason, and some of them were valid. Just a step off, didn't get a rebound, balls on the floor. I thought they come up with all the loose balls, which is what Chris's teams do, and what my teams sometimes do. Today we didn't. They got to a lot of loose balls we didn't.
Jeremy, I mean, I think last time I saw stats, he was like 11 points, 8 assists at the end of the game. I don't know what he finished with, but when you look at how impressive his game was today, what's impressed you the most about a local kid from here, what he's done first half of the season?
As well, no, he went through a tough time with the injury, and I told him, his family, told my media that you're going to probably start seeing the real Jeremy after Christmas. And he's had some games before, but he's starting this a little bit. One time he kind of tripped and fell, remember, without being fouled, and he does that still once in a while. That's not his fault. That's just part of learning how to walk again. I've been thoroughly impressed with how he's guarded, how he's ran my team, how he is on the bench now. I think that's the next step he had to make. What are you going to do when things go wrong? And I thought today he handled that pretty well.
Your team held Brooks Barnheiser to a season low 4 points. What went into that process for you guys?
A lot. We have incredible respect for Brooks. And we talked about, maybe at times putting a little smaller guy on that was quicker. And, but he missed some good shots too. I mean, he's one of the better players, I think, in our league. He's tough, he's strong, he can beat you inside, he can beat you outside. I'm a big Barnheiser fan. So we put a lot into him. Come out ball screens, we were gonna help a little bit more. If you got into the post deep, we were gonna double a little bit. We mixed it up a little bit. But trust me when I say this, we did a good job. He missed some shots that I see him normally making.
Good to see Frankie have that little spurt in the first half. When you guys take control, what do you think that can do for him?
Well,
I hope that can do for him.
I guess I'm not quite as like you guys. One good little moment. Moments got to be extended, but you got to start somewhere. And my appreciation for the players I'm coaching was even during that set when he made those 2 plays in a row. He wasn't happier than my bench was. That's pretty cool. They all know that he's been struggling a little bit, and I thought he did a great job, and I thought they did a great job of rallying behind him.
Season low.
Got time for 2 more?
Season low, only 8 3-point attempts, made 4 of them.
Yeah.
What was that a product of what they were doing defensively, or do you think more of you guys just pushing the ball into the paint?
I think more. I mean, I think they did a great job defensively taking it away, but I did not think we did as good a job of getting it in. We let that high ball screen, and we screwed that up a million times. You know, they jump out on it and they do it very well. I was really impressed with Nicholson on that. You know, big body, but he can move it. And don't forget, they're missing a key guy that's going to play 20 minutes a game for them. But I thought we let that affect us, and it kept us too far away. I kept saying, we're setting it up so high. The guy was almost gone over the 10-second line. So poor job on my part, maybe preparing for that.
The defensive glass, they had
Jason's at
8.
this point.
What's that?
You mentioned what a great addition, Jace was on the bench today. What are your thoughts on kind of where he's at this point, given the expectations for him?
Get better every day. You know, he's getting better every day. As I'm, learning with him, he just has a knack. Giving him freedom is safe. He's learning how to come off those. He's always been able to come off those ball screens. He curls it a lot. He gets in that paint. He can make a lot of things happen. I was surprised he missed that three and that free throw because he's been shooting the lights out. But I think his emergence as he gets better, we're getting better too. And right now, those guards are getting along really well together too. I think they pull from one another, and that's great.
Chris, the defensive glass, I think he had 14 offensive boards, 14 second chance points. That's been something that I know you've been harping on. Is it just the result of some long rebounds, or is it something else that maybe you've seen?
No, I thought it was a poor job on our part. Great job on their part. I did not think we played physical enough. I did not. It was a battle cry going in. I did not think every loose ball. Started the first loose ball of the game. We're going down, grabbing it like a 98-year-old person. Watch what I say. I was thinking my mother. She's a woman, so I would say that and not offend somebody. But 98-year-old person looking like that, bending over like you're in the garden or something, And I really wasn't happy with that all day. And I think a lot of our bigs were doing that, and I guess I got to watch the film. And I think they're very good at going in there and muscling it in there. And I don't know who had to be. Nicholson got 3. Barnheiser got 3. Martinelli got 2. They're really good at that, and they do a nice job. They're going to win some games. They're going to win a lot of games, I think. I think it's a good team. I think, they got to go through what we went through. The shooters got to make shots, and we had that happen. But they did a good job. They got to the free throw line more than I'd like. They shot better than we did from the line. First time we didn't shoot as well from the line, and a lot of that was Jeremy's 3 for 7. So, you know what? Any road win in this league right now is a good win, and I'm going to forget about the turnovers 5 in a row. I'm going to forget about the loose ball rebounds we get. I'm going to enjoy this, get home, or preparing for Penn State. Thank you.
Thanks,